Oh. Yeah, you tired? I feel pretty tired myself. All of a sudden, just feel very sleepy. Oh, what the hell? This is the back of the box. Oh god. Okay. Here's the front of the box. When a dark and powerful evil usurps the land, grasp this reliquary sealed within. Find the wisdom that can guide you. The brave novice who shall be hailed Enchanter. He's taking a licking break. Yeah, I think I'm dropping frames probably. Oh yeah, lots of frames. Like a third of my frames. Neat. Cool, good times. Really nothing I can do about that. Alright. Here's the back of the, this is the back of the folio. Drop a frame, drop a beat. When the wicked power of the warlock subjugates this land, his magic defenses will recognize all who have attained the circle of enchanters. Enchanters. You're gonna have a lot of knitting to do. So, to a novice we speak, one yet unproven, who has the heart to challenge and the skill to dare. Sealed inside, you'll find such wisdom and guidance as we can provide. Stealth, resourcefulness, and courage you must find within yourself. You are the sole hope of this land, young enchanter. Here we go. Here's the folio. The cover of the folio. This, I think, is the original packaging. As you can see, it's like, it's got this like tear in it, and you can see through to the, I think that's the front of the manual. It's kind of a cool, I mean, this scan here is obviously pretty beat up, but it's a cool box design. Oh, I think the bot's finally done updating. Cool. If I clear these out, is it still going to say I'm streaming on the point and click communities? Because I'm not. This ain't no point and click, son. Anyway, you can go now, bot. I no longer need you. And yeah, there's all kinds of fancy stuff in here. I don't even know what half of it is. Like this? I don't know what this is. Hey Prez. Hey Muddy. What are you guys doing tonight? And yeah, I can't read this. No one can read this. Is this supposed to be the reliquary? Guild directory. Be it declared by the guild masters of this land, those who want to seal this capsule by our descendants are born of civilization that has succeeded or own to know of the skills and craftsmanships we have achieved. Outbreaks represent the best 4 hands and minds can create. Well, the best our hands and minds? Our learning is the fruit of many seasons. Our guilds are many. Only a few will speak here. Friend or foe, mark well our words. Although they're... Ah, what did you just... Although they're... powerful guilds in our land, the mighty and humble stand together in mutual respect. Therefore, heed the wisdom of all guild masters, that their words... Something for the enchanters. Frith. What? I think these are people. These are like the leaders of the guilds, the enchanters, the thaumaturgists, the cartographers, the orators, scriveners, physicians, guild masters. Super cereal. I want some super cereal. What? Coming up? Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if this was like a thing included in the original box or what. I really don't know. It was just... I was looking for the documentation that I found a web page that just had a whole bunch of pictures and stuff. Kinds of things. Let's attempt to read this part. Prepared with the patience, craft, and perseverance of the Printers Guild. Yeah, they do good work, but they need to maybe not have so many lines kind of run into each other. Journeyman Mark Blank, okay. One of the Infocom implementers. Has been hailed throughout the land as an artist of movable type. The son of a woodcutter. Blank, early in life, turned his talents to woodblocks. He apprenticed to a xylographer, but had the foresight to venture boldly into the new art of parchment. Wow, parchment. Printing. In addition to his renown in the craft of printing, he has also gained wealth from his share of distant antimony? What? Oh, his share of a distant antimony mine. Okay. David Lebling, that's the other creator, the other implementer who worked on this game. And these guys both worked on the original Zork games too, I think. Wandering journeyman printer was born of a noble family. Sadly, he was cast out by a wicked stepbrother who was jealous of his fair appearance. Oh my. Lebling was taken in by kindly guildmaster Koberger and apprenticed to him. At the age of maturity, this stout-hearted and lad sought his own fortune. Arriving at our town, he won the respect of all with his skill and concealed deed to his betrayer's antimony mine. What? Now their manly labors accomplished for the nonce? What? Blank and Lebling heed the call of Mistress Quickleblug and rejuvenate their weary frames in local games of skill every Tuesday night at the Guild Hall. I think this is some in-jokey stuff. I wonder if this actually came with the original game or if this is just something that It's like a press release material or just went around the Infocom office even. I don't know. And then there's this. This is like some kind of fancy version of the manual. Maybe this was in certain release had this. Definite. I don't know. This is a little too low res to really be readable though. Looks neat though. I think luckily all this stuff will be covered in the manual. Yeah, maybe some kind of special edition. I don't know. What is this cat doing? Try and stay to the side so that she's in the camera. Yeah, but yeah, this is a little just too unclear to read. I could try, but I don't want to just wear my eyes out quite yet. Oh, there she goes. Sometimes she sits up there and she kind of stands up tall as she can to try to see out the window, and it's really cute. She looks like a meerkat or something. Yeah, these are like all the guilds. So this is kind of neat. It seems like they've done some kind of version of the manual that ties everything, all the commands in the game to one of the guilds. And it's very nice looking. But yeah, the scans are just a little too low res. Their name colors are swapped on Discord, are they? Oh yeah, they are. That's funny. Loading your bow from the Fletcher's Guild. And this is an envelope, I think, that like stuff came in. All that stuff we just saw, maybe? That's the cover of the manual, I believe. And then yeah, there's this guild pin. I don't know. Oh yeah, and then like this kind of scroll came with the game, I guess. If you truly are the one brave enough to face unspeakable peril, let your wizardly powers reveal our words. Hear us. Okay. We, the Circle of Enchanters, have foreseen that a ruthless and powerful evil may one day seize this land. Should that time arrive, we also foresee the coming of age of a young enchanter, one whose heart and wits may triumph over the warlock's dark necromancy. It is our hope that this enchanter hears our words. I only use orange on Twitch because I have a name that just kind of goes with orange. It just kind of made sense. We cannot see your face through the mists of time, but this we know in truth. You are promising in magic, but have not gained your full skills. That is as it must be, for the warlock would recognize one of the Council of Elders and would sense the presence of a more powerful enchanter. Thus, in your obscurity, you may find your way to his lair before he knows the mortal danger you pose. 4 spells will arm you as you begin your quest. Rots shall turn darkness to light. Knitfall shall build a bridge of language to all the animals of the land. Nusto writes magic. By it you shall commit spells to your treasured spell book. Blorb is a spell of protection. With it, you may guard your most precious possession. It's funny, all these, I don't know about Nusto, but I'm guessing there's probably something called Nusto. Like, these are all things that people still use today in, that have been named after these, like interactive fiction programs. And well, this is the program, Frotz. I used to run all these games. And Knitfall is another one. I don't use it. It's really more for like bug testing, I think. I don't think most people use it just to casually play. And I don't know about Nusto, but Blorb is like a file type for newer. Do it. He's gonna jump. Do it, Whiskers. The suspense is killing me. He's doing it. Doing it. I'm actually just tilting the whole monitor up rather than mess with the camera. This will be easier. What's the matter, Whiskers? Can you not jump up there anymore? She does have good balance. Do that. Yeah, I think she wants to jump up there, but she's afraid. Doesn't trust her legs to get her up there. Never forget, young Whiskers, that magic is your only weapon. By your vows to the Council of Elders, you have cast aside the common protections of sword and armor. Therefore, you will need many more spells to accomplish your quest. These will be revealed to you. Always be alert. Alright, I'm just gonna have to tilt the camera up. Though your way will be harsh and your steps fraught with danger, remember, throughout your quest, that you are the only hope of this land. We pray that our successors will choose wisely, and that you will prove yourself worthy of the title, Enchanter. Signed with our mark, and cast into the ages the circle of enchanters. So yeah, here's the back of the box. Let's see if we can... They always show the stuff that's included. What is this? This looks... Oof. She did it. Yes. There she is. Hi Kid says congratulations, Whiskers. You're just really probably only going to be able to see a tail just hanging out of there now. So this looks like they took, like, I don't know, like a piece of paper and wrapped it around a box or something to make this look like a big book. I think this is the manual. And this is the thing we just read, some kind of sealed letter. I wonder if it really came like that. I don't see the pin. Enchanter disc, Gustav Womax's critically acclaimed Brief History of Magic, an ancient scroll. Yeah. I wonder what the deal is with that pin. I'll have to look into what different releases there were for this game. Yeah, here's like the standard box. I think the one with like the 3D kind of actual hole in the cover might be the original, and then they released it, like re-released it like this. They did that with a lot of their games, just to kind of make reprinting it cheaper. Alright, we've seen all those. Now we've still got the manual, A Brief History of Magic by Gustav Womax. Copied right in 927 GUE. All rights reserved. A popular enchanting book. Whip fwap. It's like one of those clocks, but just the tail. The history of magic can be broken down into 4 distinct periods: the empirical age, the scientific age, the industrial age, and the age of guilds. Each of these will be explored in some depth in order to give the reader a sense of the course of events which has shaped the use of magic in today's society. Oh, these manuals are always a real workout for the vocal cords. The empirical age. We always know where we stand. Primitive cultures had naturally assumed that the disorderly nature of our world was due to such supernatural causes as magic. With the founding of the natural sciences, however, nature was increasingly viewed as being orderly. As the sciences progressed, the knowledge and lore of magic largely disappeared. As early as the 5th century GUE, Great Underground Empire, however, such students of the mystic arts as Bizbaz and Dinbar thoroughly examined ancient writings on the subject. Bizbaz himself wrote what became the seminal work on thaumaturgy, on the presence of incredibly weird stuff going on. That's a very apt title. In 473 GUE, in which he claimed to have discovered, for the most part, natural rules, by which this weird stuff is ordered. This work was ridiculed by the leading scholars of the time, leading to Bizbaz's removal from the faculty at the Galapath University, and eventually to his tragic suicide in 475 GUE. His work, however, encouraged others in the pursuit of magical knowledge, with mixed results. Charlatans, claiming to have created magical potions and powders, regularly fooled the gullible population into buying potions which claimed to do such things as reverse hair loss and draw trebled fromps in double Fanucci. Such appeals to public ignorance led King Duncan Thrax in 672 GUE to write the Unnatural Acts, which provides stiff penalties for those convicted of selling unnatural or supernatural substances. Double Fanucci, I think, is a popular card game of the Great Underground Empire, if you're wondering about that. I don't know what a trebled fromp is, but I guess it's a good hand. The scientific age. Well, the charlatans were at work. Serious students took up the cause of magic, attempting to explain the natural world as a byproduct of the interrelated workings of the science of physics, medicine, chemistry, mathematics, and thaumaturgy. Welcome back, Whiskers. I guess I'll fix this now. Where was I? Their success in demonstrating the so-called first principles of thaumaturgy, namely presence, incantation, and unusual effect, led to a loosening of the unnatural acts to allow what became known as the scientific thaumaturgy. Hi, Alice. No, no. She came out of a window. I'm in a basement in case you didn't know. And, so the windows are up high, because most of this is underground. The windows are up very high, right by the ceiling. Sometimes Whiskers like to climb up on the back of my chair, give it a good clawing first, of course, and then, after much deliberation, eventually she'll jump up there. But welcome, Alice. How are you? I see you've decided to stream yet another game I don't want spoilers on, so... it's like you're plotting against me. It's like you don't want me in your stream, Alice. Ah... It's raining cats. That's what's happening. I'm kidding, Alice, but yeah, it's like, I don't... I'll probably play the dig sometime, because I've never played it before. And now you're playing Grim Fandango, right? Like, I actually have that, so I'll probably play it fairly soon. Snatcher? The Sega CD game? I was seriously thinking of doing like just a quick run through of that in 1 or 2 streams, because it's fairly short, especially if you know what to do. And it does take place at Christmas time, so this is a perfect time to play Snatcher. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes. During this period, the first chapter of the Guild of Enchanters was founded at the tiny hamlet of Arcady by the Sea by the great thaumaturge Vilbaz. During the reign of Frobwit the Flatter, 701 to 727 GOE, the art and science of thaumaturgy flourished. The first reliable incantation device, known to scholars as the hyperbolic incantation concentrator, was produced at the Thaumaturgical Institute in 723 GUE. The long, thin, portable device, nicknamed the Magic Wand by the lay press, became an instant sensation among the populace, and gained a certain measure of respect for the fledgling science. A major advance in thaumaturgy occurred when Davmar, working in a newly crowned King Mumberthrax Flathead's laboratory, discovered a means by which incantation could be stored on special presence-imbued paper. These so-called scrolls were found, however, to be destroyed during the spell's incantation. Nonetheless, scrolls soon replaced the temperamental and poorly understood wand as the primary means of incantation. So I guess we won't be using a wand like in Zork 2. And hello, Kai. Welcome. How you doing, Kai Border? Guten Nacht. Willkommen. I'm playing Enchanter, Alice. It's kind of, it was originally, the working title was Zork 4. But yeah, it's the start of the Enchanter trilogy, so they kind of spun it off into its own thing. The problem of imbuing presence became a deterrent to the rapid growth of magical science. The creation of a single powerful scroll could take literally months for even the most creative and productive thaumaturge. This roadblock prevented the widespread use of magic for generations. The Industrial Age. The Industrial Age dawned in 769 GUE with a discovery by a little-known thaumaturge named Burzio. Burzio, working years in his own self-made workshop and often going for days without food, drink, or sleep, created the means by which presence could be transferred from a scroll to a specially impregnated paper by use of a simple spell, which he named after his dog, Nusto. Aww. Thank you for the host, Alice. That means a lot to me. I really do appreciate that. The paper, in turn, held the presence even after the incantation had been finished, solving the major problem in spell production. The euphoria which greeted this discovery was tempered by the finding that very powerful spells could not be transferred in this way. Nevertheless, spell books, which were capable of holding dozens of spells, were produced in great number, leading to the founding of a new industry. I guess it is time. It's time for a trim. I think the bot's just not supposed to announce auto hosts. I wonder if I can set it to do that. If you wanted to distract me, congratulations. Well, I thank you for the auto host anyway, Pie Kid. I don't know where the setting is for that. It would take me... Oh, notifications. Follow notify? Host notify? Auto host notification log. It's on. It's checked. So, I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't. Anyway, I appreciate auto hosts as well, so thank you, Pie Kid. Auto hosts are, kind of the highest compliment. It's like I guarantee to my viewers that they will enjoy this stream. But I don't know. There are some channels I auto host because they're on like very reliably. Like Braxton Wise streamed every day for an entire year, so it was like, yeah, sure. I know Braxton is cool, and he's on every day, so I auto host him. But sometimes I feel like I'd rather go in and do the hosts. Like it almost means more that way. I don't know. Anyway, another advance in thaumaturgy occurred with the finding that certain liquids and powders could be imbued with the magical presence. Such potions are of great interest, although their limitations have prevented them from supplanting scrolls as the primary method of incantation. The first use of these potions, which obviates the need for food and drink, was given the name Berzio in honor of the great thaumaturge. You only auto-host me, Oral, Alice, and Dance. Yeah, see, like, I don't auto-host Dance, because she only streams once a week, and I'm always there. So it's like, I always just go in and host, and it's like a thing that way. I don't know. Auto-host is less of an event, but it's, in a way, maybe it's more of a compliment. I don't know. I guess it's more just like, if I know I'm going to be there, I'll just do the host manually. But if I know they're going to be streaming when I'm not around or something, and they're always doing good stuff, I just auto-host. That said, I should be auto-hosting Alice. I don't think I am. Should add Alice to the list. I'll make a note. Add Alice. The Age of Guilds. As the use of magic became more prevalent, so did the problems inherent in its use. Since magic had become available to people in all professions, conflicts arose. One famous issue involved the question of whether the plumber's Pismo spell, cause stopped-up pipes to unclog, could be sold as a digestive aid by physicians. The issue came to a head in the aftermath of the endless fire of 773 GUE, named because it burned for 4 weeks after destroying the city of Marilon. It was later found to have been started by a civil servant who thought he was casting the Zemdor spell, turn original into triplicate, but who instead cast the Zimbor spell, turn one really big city into lots of tiny little ashes. That's a pretty specific spell there. They really you're gonna do a watermark, you gotta do it kind of light. It's very hard to read. I wonder if it's like that in the original manual or if it's kind of a product of the scanning. I need to blow my nose, but the cat is on my lap. I'm just gonna do this. Good old Lord Dimwit. Everyone's favorite flathead. This led Lord Dimwit Flathead the Excessive to issue a series of 5,521 edicts over the following few weeks, which had the effect of severely limiting access to magic, and incidentally, lawyers. Henceforth, all magic was entrusted to the various guilds of enchanters, which by now existed in many small communities. Each guild, whose elders comprised the so-called Circle of Enchanters, was empowered to form scrolls for the training of new enchanters. This official sanctioning of the guilds led to the formation of numerous other chapters, with membership in the various guilds in excess of 2,000 by the year 800 GUE. Despite the fall of the Great Underground Empire in 883 GUE under the feeble-minded reign of Werb Flathead, the Guild of Enchanters remains virtually unchanged in character today. Well, he is... They do call him the Excessive. I mean... Today's Enchanter. Since the fall of the Empire, magic has again become a mysterious art, practiced primarily by trained sorcerers. Although a few spells such as Umbaz, obviate need for dusting, and Nerzo, balance checkbook, have been approved for over-the-counter sale. Upon graduation from an accredited thaumaturgical college, an enchanter is given a spell book with a few spells, none of which has great power. I think that's us. I think we must have just graduated. As an enchanter continues his or her studies, new spells may be obtained. These may be copied into a spell book for use whenever the occasion warrants. The enchanter's job is not as easy as is commonly thought. An enchanter must memorize a spell written in a spell book before casting it. Spells on scrolls and those which have been permanently etched in the memory by training needn't be memorized. Moreover, if an enchanter needs to use a particular spell twice, it must be memorized twice, since the effort of casting it makes it a jumble in one's memory. Okay, so... kind of like old school D&D, where you wanted to be able to use magic missile more than once. You had to like fill 2 slots with it, and yeah, okay. In fact, even a night's sleep will make an enchanter forget any memorized spells. But in spite of the rigors of spellcasting, personal rewards are great, and the job of enchanter remains a popular and well-respected vocation. An afterthought. The most fitting words regarding the history of magic were written over a century ago by the renowned historian Osmar in 821 GUE. He wrote, "The greatest irony is this, that the ancients of our kind were nearer to knowing the truth about science than those who called themselves scientists. Science has taught us much, and given us new words for old mysteries, but beneath these words are mysteries, and beneath them more mysteries. The pursuit of magic has given these mysteries meaning, provided for our people great benefits unrealized as yet by science. One day, perhaps, a great union will be formed between magic and science, and the final mysteries will be solved." Cool. Now we come to the actual instruction manual. Oh boy. Welcome to the world of the Enchanter Saga, a world where magic is commonplace, A world where guilds of professional magic users spend their lifetimes mastering the intricacies of thaumaturgy. A world where great forces of evil must constantly be held at bay. An evil warlock has subjugated the land to his power. All who have opposed him have failed. But many years ago, in another age, the great elders of the Circle of Enchanters foresaw the possibility of these dreaded occurrences. They realized that no fully accomplished enchanter could penetrate the warlock's defenses unrecognized, and knew that the task of freeing the land would fall to a journeyman conjurer. Oh, you know what? I hate to do it again. Just kind of ooh, Angel right now. What? What's happening? Oh, Angel. Such a handsome boy.
Design the website you want.
Oh boy.
Limits. I think we found out how to do it. Go to wix.com.
Okay, I will. Oh wait, no, I won't. I do have the sleeping dragon ready. Thinking of using that again. But I think for just sitting here and reading a manual, Hobbiton movie set fireplace ambience featuring Pickles the cat would be a good fit. I want to make sure it's not too loud. I don't want the crackling of the fire to cover up my voice. Okay. I do like it. It's very good. I think one thing, I think the music is maybe a little distracting. As long as it's very much in the background, it's okay. You're wondering, I'm not actually putting my finger in my ear. It's on the outside. But if I do that, I can almost pretend that I'm scratching the itchy inside of my ear. Anyway, an evil warlock has subjugated the land to his power. All who have opposed him have failed. But many years ago, in another age, the great elders of the Circle of Enchanters foresaw the possibility of these dreaded occurrences. They realized that no fully accomplished enchanter could penetrate the warlock's defenses unrecognized, and knew the task of freeing the land would fall to a journeyman conjurer. I always remind myself of like a dog. Dogs tend to do that. They like put their paw against their ear. They go. You have been identified as the apprentice enchanter who must save the land from the warlock. As a fledgling enchanter, you have learned your lessons, but have not faced all your tests. You possess great power, but in the ranks of necromancers, you are a lowly and ignorant person indeed. You have been well trained in the basics of magic, and you will be greatly aided by the spells you know and the spells you will learn. But you must also rely on your powers of observation and quick wits. If you're experienced with Infocom's interactive fiction, you may not feel like reading... Oh yeah, okay. Oh, I don't need to read all this out loud. Read about the use of magic. Recognize verbs. I always look at the recognized verbs. Alright. Cool. Let's see. What do we got? An overview. This is always just kind of basic interactive fiction stuff. Tips for novices. Draw a map. It reminds me I have to set up the tablet. Communicating with Enchanter. Spell casting. Spells are a way of performing magic. Each spell is known by the one-word name through which the spell can be used. Magic spells usually have a duration and sometimes a delay before they can be used again. Remember, magic spells are dangerous things, particularly to wizards. Wizards' heightened abilities in this realm carry the penalty of heightened sensitivity to spells cast by others. Sometimes a spell which a mundane person would not even notice will have a profound effect upon you. Interesting. Ugh. I don't know what that really is gonna, how that's gonna actually play out in the game. As a certified, albeit lowly wizard, you have a personal spellbook in which you record the spells you are capable of using. Your book contains a few spells before the story begins, others may be added during your travels. You might find spell scrolls here and there, really valuable objects. They may be used directly to cast spells, but doing so uses up the spell and scroll permanently, so it's much better to write them into your spellbook. Then you can use them many times. I think it said that very powerful spells, before it said very powerful ones could not be copied into the book, maybe? Something like that. That would be the reason to just directly cast them. A Nusto spell, yeah. Spells written in your spellbook may be used again and again. Here we go, yeah. Yeah, they kind of explained all this stuff in the book and the other materials. Reading your book lists the spells you have written. You might experiment with the spells already in your book to learn uses. Before a spell in your book can actually be used, it must be memorized. Only a small number of spells can actually be memorized at one time, and when you use a spell you have memorized, you forget it. You must relearn a spell to use it again. Okay. That's cool. I'm okay with this. You can use spells either by saying cast, spell's name, at or on something, or more simply by saying spell's name something. Okay. So, yeah. Some spells are so general in application that they require no object. Just typing the spell name is enough. For example, suppose there was a spell named Bosbar you had written in your spell book or carrying on a spell scroll. Both learn Bosbar and memorize Bosbar would make the spell available for immediate use. Then Bosbar horse, or cast Bosbar at horse, or cast the Bosbar spell at the horse would all have the same effect. Bosbar, the poor horse. We don't know what does Bosbar do? You would say the poor horse. Oh my goodness. Don't Bosbar your horses, people. Okay, starting and stopping. This is all pretty standard stuff. Yeah, we got spells. Diagnose. That's in this game. Time. That'll probably be up at the top on the status bar, though. Usually is. Alright, here's some recognized verbs. These are always good to take a look at. Ask, attack, avoid, bring, cast, climb, close, connect, cut, destroy, drink, drop, eat, enter, erase. Escape, examine, exit, fill, find, fly, follow, give. By reading like this, I don't absorb them at all, so it's you know, it's okay. Well, what's out of the ordinary here? Avoid, that's pretty odd. Avoid. Bring. Connect. Fly. That's pretty non-standard. Okay, we can hide. Memorize, move, pick point, pour, pull, put, raise, read, remove, search, shake, show, sit, sleep, smell. I wonder if smelling will be important at some point. Stay, take, tell, throw, tie, touch, turn, walk. Alright, so... I wonder what avoid is gonna be. That's definitely gonna come up at some point, or they wouldn't have put it in here. Every once in a while you get stuck in one of these games, you just have to look at this list. Realize that there's a weird verb that you wouldn't think to use. Alright, these sample transcripts are always kind of fun. This one starts in a dimly lit tavern, in fairly shabby condition, smelling of strong spirits and unbathed men. The swinging door leads out to the east. The drunk is sitting at a table watching you through half-closed eyes. Got a spellbook, a silver coin, and a pouch. The drunk stands and lurches over to you. "There a coin for a hungry man?" he asks, his ale-laden breath fouling the air around you. Give the silver coin to the drunk. "Thanks, chum." The drunk reaches into his tattered cloak. "Here, take this magic scroll. I used to be a magic user, but I couldn't make the grade. Hope you'll have more luck than me." Hands you the scroll. Read it. The scroll reads, Bosbar spell. Cause an animal to sprout wings. Oh, is that what it's going to do to the horse? "Another pint of ale," cries the drunk, flipping the silver coin to the bartender. Nusto the Bosbar spell. Your spell book begins to glow softly. Slowly, ornately, the words of the Bosbar spell are inscribed, glowing even more brightly than the book itself. The book's brightness fades, but the spell remains. However, the scroll on which it was written vanishes as the last word is copied. Don't cast Angel already has wings. Drunk, where is the warlock? "He lives in the castle beyond the wide chasms to the south. At least, that's what I've heard." He looks about furtively, a great fear blazing his eyes. This is one knowledgeable drunk. Open the door. Being swinging doors, they swing open and then immediately close again. East, road outside tavern. There is a horse here munching on a pile of oats. Get on the horse. You are now on the horse, holding the reins. Look, road outside tavern on the horse. The road winds here, leading northeast and southeast. A seedy tavern lies to the west. There's a pile of oats here. Take pile of oats. You can't reach them from the horse. Steer horse south. Using the reins, you bring the horse about to face the south. Kick the horse. The horse is too well trained to gallop off the road into the thick woods. It rears back on its hind legs, whinnying in confusion. Steer horse southeast. Using the reins, you bring the horse about to face the southeast. Kick horse. You can't see any kick hose. You can't see any hose here. Kick whores. They don't know the word whores. Or? Is it pronounced or? Like in hors d'oeuvres? Kick horse. So I guess they don't have oops yet, do they? Like, look up, peek up, and see if they have mentioned the oops command. I guess that came later. That's what normally they would do here. It would say, you don't see any hose here, and you would just type oops horse, and it was or for this one. Anyway, the horse begins trotting along the road at a brisk trot. A new section of road comes into view. Crest of hill on the horse. The road crosses the top of a ridge here, sloping down towards the south and the northwest. Yes, Elliot. Your horse south. The horse turns southwards, still traveling at a brisk trot. A new section of road comes into view. Edge of chasm on the horse. The road ends suddenly at a wide chasm. The road leads upward to the north, and you can see it continuing on the southern side of the chasm. Lying in a tight coil at the edge of the chasm is a hissing snake. Horse, whoa! The horse pulls to a stop, scant feet from the edge of the chasm. Read the spell book. My spell book. I hope we really do get to ride a horse in this game. Nusto spell. Write a magic spell into your spell book. Rot spell. Herbzig spell. Turn a dangerous object into a harmless one. Low ball spell. Sharpen hearing. And Bosbar. Okay. I don't feel like reading all this out loud, or I will have no voice by the end of tonight. Oh no, the snake. Yes. The snake coils tighter as though preparing to strike the horse. Alright, so we're casting Herbzig on the snake, and it turns into a clump of daffodils. How nice. Now we're going to Bosbar the horse. A pair of handsome brown wings suddenly appears on the horse's powerful shoulders. The horse turns a complete circle, a look of puzzlement on its face. Kick the horse. The horse gallops toward the chasm and over the edge. It begins plummeting into the chasm toward sharp rocks below. Then slowly at first, but with increasing sureness, the horse begins beating its powerful wings. You rise majestically through the air, sailing gracefully across the chasm. The horse lands gently on the far side, resuming its brisk trot. Road to the castle on the horse. You are at the southern edge of a wide chasm. The road leads southward toward a castle of black stone. Wait. Okay, we're just waiting, letting the horse do the work, I guess. Edge of the moat. Black castle looms on the other side of the moat. The drawbridge is closed and the moat looks unswimmable. Green plant is growing. Red plant. The horse senses evil ahead. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to get off the horse. What's in our pouch? Magic dust. Can't read magic dust. We can read the pouch though. Magic dust, world's most potent fertilizer. Okay, so we're gonna fertilize the plant. The green plant is a Barnabas viltus, a simple and harmless vine. Newly sprouted, so we sprinkle the magic dust on it. And it grows at a tremendous rate, shooting long, grasping tendrils across the moat, growing right up the side of the black castle. The plant has now become a living bridge, which you can climb up to cross the moat. And the red plant is Flombus digestus, the dangerous man-eating plant. Fortunately, it's very tiny. Right, so if we sprinkle that one with the dust, it sprouts giant red pods large enough to engulf us. And it does engulf us. So we die. You awake to see Haffabar, the guild physician, bending over you. You'd better be more careful, she admonishes. I talk like this for some reason. This is the second time you've gotten killed. I overheard some members of the circle say that if you die once more, they won't waste another magical spell reviving you. You slip back into unconsciousness again, and when you awake, you find yourself outdoors. I think this is a cautionary tale about, you know, the pitfalls of socialized wizard medicine. Southwest, road outside tavern. There is a pile of oats here. Drunk is sleeping at the edge of the road. Alright. Infocom is of course never satisfied. We can subscribe to the failing Zork Times for all our fake news. Alright, sorry. And we can read all about the authors if we so choose. Yeah, Mark Blank, co-author of the original mainframe version of Zork. His mother still wishes he would practice medicine. And David Lebling. Co-author of the original mainframe Zork. Co-authored Zork 1, Zork 2, Zork 3, and Enchanter. And written Starcross and Suspect on his own. Suspect. What is Suspect? Suspect, like, not out yet? I think that's, later on our list. We haven't played Suspect. Let's just look at the list. Suspect is, like, way down the list. I wonder if this is a, later release. So that, it has games that haven't come out yet being mentioned. Probably the case. Anyhow. Oh, where'd it go? Alright. Our once peaceful land is being held in thrall by a warlock so powerful he detects and destroys even the strongest opponents who enter his domain. But all is not yet lost, for an ancient prophecy speaks of a brave and cunning novice enchanter, someone insignificant enough to slip past the watchful warlock and conquer him by means of rudimentary magic and spells discovered during the quest. Our only hope for the future is you. Should you succeed, a seat in the illustrious circle of enchanters shall be yours, but if you fail, our land will be subjugated to unimaginable doom forever. Farewell, brave enchanter. May your necromancy save the land and the prophecy prove true. Are we really going to be doing necromancy? I don't think that word means what you think it means. Alright. I also have a different version of the manual. This one in black and white. And so I sought out a color one. This one has the history of magic just kind of typed out too. Which might be easier to read in some ways. But the manual itself is very low res and hard to read. Sometimes there's materials in here that aren't in other things. I can't imagine there's anything we've missed. This is the scroll that was in the envelope. Yep, okay, cool. That's everything. Oh boy, alright. We are finally ready to actually start the dang game. Of course, before we do that, I'm definitely going to need some more water. And I have to set up the drawing thingy. So just sit tight and relax while I work all that stuff out. Okay, I'm back. Thank you to everyone who's still here for being patient. I do appreciate it. I decided to make myself some tea. My throat gonna need some soothing to help me get through this. You know, as soon, right before it was time to start my stream, it's like my throat knew and it decided to start hurting. So, hello to Elliot, by the way. I don't think I said hello, because he kind of sneaks in and just says stuff. And then it's like he was here the whole time, but I forget to say hello to him. I think it happens often. So hello to Elliot. How are you? Oh, Elliot's got nervous energy going for a walk. I know that feeling. You know that feeling. And thank you, Prez. Alright, I still gotta set up the tablet though. Gotta make room for the things around here. Do, 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 do. At least you guys have this wonderful ambient soundscape to keep you company. Nothing quite as relaxing as the crackling of a fire. Alright. Tablet service. Start. And get the old art rage going. It feels like forever since we've made a map. Where's art rage? Where are you, art rage? Find you on the desktop. Snow is white stuff. Falls from the sky. Very cold. Very cold white stuff. No, don't check for updates. How do I make you... Here we go. Alright, I will need... the matte pen. Oh, you can't see those windows. Interesting. A preset called matte pen. Or WorldCat. Still stuttering. Yeah. Oh. That water's ready. I still have to open up this pouch. This is like a sampler. So it has pouches of pouches, I guess, of tea. I don't know. You're even sure how I should open this. Okay. Give me the damn tea. Wild berry zinger. Alright, we should be ready to start the actual game. Do a quick test. It seems to be working. Yeah, I know. Kitties always look so cute when they're sleeping. And it's like, you know, you can't really bug them when they're sleeping. Yes, ASMR tea making sounds. Enjoy. Need to clean off my desk. When I stream interactive fiction, I need to have my keyboard way over to the right. There's like no room for my mouse and everything. But I have to have it like that so I can get my hands around the microphone stand. Just the way it has to be. Okay. Alright. Welcome to ASMR interactive fiction stream stuff game stream hashtag ASMR. And this overlay is not looking so good right now. You shouldn't be able to tell that the chat log is partially obscured. But we'll do that. Alright, it must be the Warlock Krill, the odd disappearances, the mysterious dissolution of regions sacred to the Circle, the lessening of the powers. These could only be his handiwork. The Circle gathers, and its leader, the esteemed Belboz, reveals to them an ancient document which portends evil days much like our own. Krill's evil must be unmade, he begins. Should probably give this guy a voice. But to send a powerful enchanter is ill-omened. It would be ruinous to reveal oversoon our full powers. A ripple of concern spreads over the face of each enchanter. Belboz pauses and collects his resolve. Have hope. There has been written by a hand far wiser than mine. He recites a short spell and you appear. That's kind of weird. How do we know all this other stuff happened if we only just now appeared? Belboz approaches, transfixing you with his gaze. Not just gaze. Transfixing you with his gaze and hands you the document. The other enchanters await his decree. These words, written ages ago, can only have one meaning. You, a novice enchanter with but a few simple spells in your book, must seek out Krill. We gotta seek out, Krill? Explore the castle he has overthrown and learn his secrets. Only then may his vast evil be lessened or, with good fortune, destroyed. So I guess in this game we play as a baleen whale. Seeking out Krill. That's... Oh, this smells really good. I wish this was a smell-o-phone. Trying to waft it into my microphone. That's obviously not gonna work. Yeah, I see my connection is still crappy. I wonder if not having the ambient fireplace would help at all? But even if it doesn't seem to, and even if it did, would it be worth it? Would it be worth it? Bellboss Baggins. Alright. The circle rises and intones a richly woven spell, whose many textures imbue the small, darkened chamber with warmth and hope. I can't wait till I can actually drink it. It's too hot right now. There is a surge of power. You are sent. It got worse. Enchanter. Infocom interactive fiction. A fantasy story. Oh yeah, the game apparently was re-released in 84 and 86. So this is the latest version. And that's why it mentions games that haven't come out yet in our timeline. Alright, Fork. You stand at a point of decision on a road which makes a wide fork to the northeast and southeast, circling the base of the Lonely Mountain. No, not that Lonely Mountain. Which looms high overhead to the east. A very long and winding road starts here and stretches out of sight to the west through low, smoky hills. The sun is rising over the lands to the east. Oh yeah, it's still quite hot. So the sun is rising, it must be early. It does not tell us the time in the progress, or not the status bar. Just past dawn now. Alright, what are we carrying? Spellbook. Hello, Stigron, welcome. Welcome to an Infocom stream. What's in our spellbook? Lorb. Safely protect a small object as though in a strong box. Knitfall. Converse with the beasts in their own tongue. Well, that sounds handy. Rots cause something to give off light. And Nusto. Write a magic spell into a spellbook. I am doing all the Infocom. That's my plan anyway. Here, I'll show you. I'm doing them. Oh my god. Opera. Why can't you ever remember that I like you to unmaximize into a small window? Not one that takes up the whole screen. That kind of defeats the purpose of not being maximized. There you go. You can see my browser now. Mark's toolbar. These are all imported from Firefox, so it gets confusing. There we go. How you doing, Stigron? Yeah, I don't save the VODs. Maybe I should. Hi, Braxton. How are you? I think you're the first person that's ever complained, Stigron, so maybe now that someone has complained, I'll start saving them. Stream is all blocky. My connection is not great right now. So yeah, I've done Zork 1, 2, Deadline, Zork 3, Starcross, Suspended, The Witness, Planetfall, and now we're doing Enchanter. We've got many more to go. I don't know if I'll be doing all these things like Lane Mastodon, Zork Quest. They're not actually quite part of the Zork interactive fiction. Maybe I'll take a look at them though. Yeah. Maybe it's worse for you, Stigron, because you're on the other side of the planet. What's up, Braxton? Oh, Bilbo, yeah. Alright. Oh, about the VODs? Well... Well... Screen is all illegible. Yeah, that's not good. Save the VODs, people do watch them. Yeah, people do sometimes watch my VODs. People who can't be here. I know Alex sometimes watches my VODs because when I stream it's like the dead of night for him. That is Alex, aka ABCED12345 or whatever his Twitch handle is. I'll take this tea bag out. Stick it on a plate. Is my stream in particular? Yeah, I mean, I do have a bad connection tonight, but I seem to be the only one who's really having